Welcome to Fox Soul's Black Report. This is a space where we bring you Black America's headline news, views, and opinions. I'm Romeo.
Holidays, I'm Nielle. Brooke is out today.
On today's report, we discuss the power of Black business with co-founders of Condition Her, I love that, Eugenia Marshall and Wendy Rose Berry, and Normani, T-Pain, and Google. They all joined forces to support Black-owned businesses.
Layla Crawford and Danielle Lawson join us to discuss the role in the hit movie King Richard and 21 Savage, and chime in to give away $100K in scholarships for financial literacy campaigns.
Soulmates, we have that and so much more. You know why? Because it's our voice and it's our truth. So let's talk about it.
The U.S. sneaker industry racked in roughly $70 billion last year, according to market research company Statista, and is said to reach a value of $1.2 billion by year 2025. But while Black individuals routinely account for the lion's share of sneaker sales each year, Black retailers hardly benefit. That's mostly because Black-owned sneaker stores are few and far in between. That's according to NBC News. Black retailers say Black businesses are routinely boxed out of the sneaker market by white establishments, and just 5% of the sneaker retailers in the U.S. are Black, according to NBC. And this is why we need to have more people tapped into have the sneaker industry. But the problem is that it is so expensive to have your own. In Chicago, we call them gym shoes, but it's expensive to have your own gym shoes, to have your own sneakers, and so you have to have a lot of financial backing to get a company like that off the ground. And even though we do talk about a small portion of Black Americans owning sneaker companies, I mean, Michael Jordan, we can say, Yeezy, they are two companies, billionaires, of course, doing pretty well for themselves in the sneaker industry.
Yeah, I agree, and I will say this, you know, it's all about getting those shoes, and then what about the companies or the people that hustle and resell the shoes? Like, that's a huge industry as well. There's a guy I met at the gym, his name is Bert. He travels across the country selling shoes, but at the end of the day, I really think it's the Black community and people of color that really sets the bar really high for wanting to have these shoes to begin with, right?
And that's the thing with so many things. We put the cultural capital in, whether it be social media, whether it be, music, and then so many times we don't benefit hair products. We don't benefit from a stake in the companies and in the big picture. And hopefully that's changing as we become more conscious about buying Black, buying verified Black.
Yeah, right, you're so right, all of you guys. And we know that African Americans are the #1 consumers in this nation. Our buying power is very significant in this country. And it's just so sad that we don't have the equity that we deserve. And even when we do try to branch out and have our own businesses, it's just so hard to get in the game. I mean, we're talking about sneakers now, but we could talk about the marijuana industry. So many Black and brown people are locked up because they sold marijuana when it was illegal. Now that it's legal, they can't even get the licensing to be a part of that billion-dollar industry. So as we talk about all these different issues, we have to, and it's systemic. We talk about systemic racism. There is a way that we are being held back for getting the equity that we deserve in this country. And I'm so glad we're having this show today to highlight Black businesses and to talk about how we can empower each other and recycle Black dollars.
You know, I'm sorry, Demi, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, during the pandemic, myself and a lot of other fellow business owners, we really benefited from the Buy Black movement, where everyone was putting like a Black photo up and you were inspired to buy Black. So anytime you guys, any of our soulmates see a Buy Black movement, please indulge and buy as much Black as you possibly can. I think there's another movement coming up today around Black Friday as well.
Absolutely.
So just buy anybody who has a Black business right now.
Look, today is Black Friday, and at the end of the day, I can guarantee a lot of people are going to be out buying certain things or purchasing things because what they've seen from Black artists or maybe actors that are wearing, that they're rocking on their feet at an NBA game or in a video or live on stage. We push the narrative, we push that, so at the end of the day, we should have a piece of that.
So true. Now, labor leader Ryan Boyer became the first Black business manager of the Philadelphia Building and Construction Trades Council on Wednesday afternoon after John Johnny Doc Daughtry resigned from the labor organization's top role days after a jury found Daughtry guilty of federal bribery charges, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer. Now, Boyer, who is 50, is the top official of the Labor's District Council, representing 6,200 members across 4 locals that are the only majority black building trade unions in the region, and was previously the Building Trades Council president. Now, I would be interested to see how this infrastructure bill that we talk about that was signed, how this money is supposed to be dispersed, this is a construction company. I hope that these local unions that are majority black run, that they get some of that infrastructure money and they get a piece of the pie, because President Biden went across the country toting that this was going to help the black community. It was going to help minority communities. And I'm hoping that under his leadership that he's going to get some of that infrastructure bill money.
We were just talking to Ben Chavis recently, earlier in the week, and so in his op-ed that he put, he said that the Build Back Better, it's always a tongue twister, the Build Back Better plan, for example, Niel, back to your point, is to help black Americans not just be able to get by. It's supposed to help black Americans have a more middle-class lifestyle, and so I'm happy that you said that, because I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, I agree. All right, stuck in a sales slump, Macy's is shrinking to grow. The department store chain announced Tuesday plans to shut 125 stores over the next 3 years and slash about 2,000 corporate jobs as it closes its Cincinnati headquarters and tech offices in San Francisco. It said it plans to announce 10 closures in January, and it will provide additional details about those locations in the near future. When we think about Macy's, we think about a lot of stores across the country. COVID stopped people from really going out of the house, right? Even before that, people were purchasing online. That's the thing to do. We know how much money people make by just selling things online, and how much more convenient it is to have it delivered to your front door. So, not only Macy's, there's a lot of stores across the country. I remember when, what's the toy stores?
Toys R Us.
Yes, everybody was sad when that happened. We were all kind of upset, you know what I'm saying? Malachi was much younger, and I was like, no, not this. Where am I going for Christmas? So it's just the beginning of, I think, of more things to come when it comes to stores like this.
Yeah, I mean, online shopping is convenient. I'm an addict for sure, but we have to think about how it takes away from the local tax base, from those mom and pop stores, and also contributes to the climate emergency because of all the packaging and stuff. So while I haven't committed to giving up online shopping myself, part of buying black means finding that small local store and buying there. If you want to shop online, Black Lives Matter has something called blackxmas.com, where they have verified black-owned businesses that you can shop online and buy their products.
I'm glad you said that, because on my morning show here in Los Angeles, 935 Katie, we always say, look, you have to support your local community, those businesses, those mom and pop shops. We have to get those going, because they don't get the same support as corporate or businesses do. We know that, right? Larger companies get that edge on us, so it's important that we do support them through the holidays.
Yeah, Dominique, Dr. Melina Abdullah was on the show last week, and she brought that up. So can you give that website one more time, because we want people to know?
It's blackxmas.org. And the thing about it is you can go there anytime, not just at Xmas. You can go there Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, and shop. Spend your dollars with black businesses.
Love it.
Dominique, while I agree that, taking away from the black dollar and the smaller mom and pop stores, there are certain stores, being a 90s baby, am I a 90s baby? I don't know, but being a 90s baby, there are certain stores, like I'm still not over Radio Shack closing down, Circuit City. It's a couple of stores that are just like Montgomery Ward. I don't know if I'm speaking to LA or not, but there are just certain stores that are just a part of growing up. And so Macy's, I just really hope that there's one downtown Chicago that is, when you go downtown Chicago around the holidays, you expect to see the beautiful display that's in the window at Macy's. Like, that is like a field trip to young kids. We used to go downtown to just see what Macy's was going to have in the display. So I get that it's taking away, but there are some stores that just like you grow up on and you don't want to see them close down.
Yeah, I think that's right, and that's why stores are going to experiences rather than just shopping. They want you to have a whole vibe. Anyway, traditional pharmacies are also on the decline, and America's largest drugstore chain, CVS, plans to close about 1 in 10 of its outdated locations. One company is particularly primed to take advantage, and it's not Walgreens or Rite Aid. Dollar General has rapidly expanded in the United States over the past decade, in large part by undercutting independent and chain drugstores and snatching away some of their shoppers. The discount giant is particularly well positioned to capitalize on CVS's planned closings. So yeah, I mean, again, there's competition still on the ground, even though much of the shopping has moved online. And part of that is who can cost cut who. And I think, you know, that's part of the advantage of online shopping too. They have this mass market. Sometimes we've got to be willing to pay a little bit more to support black business.
Right.
And hopefully you're getting a more high quality item and a more high quality experience, something fun and rewarding.
Yeah, you know what? I love the word experience because it's so important, especially this time of the year when you're going out doing shopping for your loved ones, for your family, for your friends. You want that experience. I mean, growing up, I love the fact of going to the mall, seeing certain things happen. But then again, you have to understand, like, I'm shocked. Like the CVS and some of those stores are going to close because they're so important in certain communities. You know what I'm saying? From vaccination shots to drugs that you can get there for, you know, that you may need for pharmacies and things like that. So to see this happen, it's kind of sad, but Dollar Tree said they're going to capitalize off of this. We'll see.
I think that CVS really rose to fame, if you will, over the pandemic. I know CVS is where me and majority of my friends all got vaccinated. And so, you know, they want to close 900 stores, like you said, 300 a year over the next 3 years. And they really want to focus on the digital. But I feel like they realize, like, listen, it's on every single corner. There's a Walgreens and there's a what? There's a CVS. And some corners, you don't need, why do you need a CVS and a Walgreens on the same corner? So they're saying, hey, you know what? We're going to back up a little bit. We kind of found our niche. We want to focus on every store being an experience, and you know, online, people shopping more online. So I think this is actually great. Like, why have a store all the rent when Walgreens is going to have some of the stuff, the last minute things, but CVS is going to have some of the things also. You don't need a CVS and a Walgreens on every street corner. So I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
A black-owned medical and life sciences products company headquartered in Canton. They're going to donate 2 million masks to communities in greater Boston, disproportionately impacted by the pandemic, to try to reduce infections during the holidays. WestNet announced the distribution at the Whittier Street Health Center in Roxbury. They say this is a no-brainer for our company. That's Gordon Thompson, the president and CEO of WestNet. He added, it would be very significant if we did not do this. The donation targets areas that were hit hard by the pandemic. Boston's communities of color suffered disproportionately high infection rates and death tolls. This was really happy. I was really happy to hear this because I forgot what story it was recently, what city or state it was that said that they were going to roll back on mask mandates. And I remember my comment was, masks save lives. Like, masks are simple. It doesn't take much to get a little cloth mask, the 100-pack from Amazon for $12. So I don't understand why any state, any city would want to draw back a mask mandate. So this was really good because they're believing in the science and helping people, because it's an easy fix to make sure that you don't get, you don't help spread the virus if you have it. It's an easy fix.
Right, and we're talking about shopping. It's the holiday season, and we want you to go to your local black or brown-owned business. And then if you're in Boston, hey, you can get you a mask. You can be safe, and you can go shopping. So I think this is a great thing.
Definitely a great idea this time of the year. And at the end of the day, look, I'm vaccinated in LA County. I still wear my mask. Outside, on the outskirts of LA County, you don't necessarily have to wear one. I still wear my mask, just out of respect for others, because it's so important. Again, it's holiday season. People are out. People are traveling. People are going for Thanksgiving, like I know you guys did, and you enjoyed and had a great dinner, right? Now y'all doing your shopping. Please put that mask on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love masks. I don't think anybody does. But the point is, the statistics are not even what you have to look at. Use your own common sense. In states where people are wearing masks, especially in schools, the COVID rates are down.
Yes.
Infection rates and hospitalizations are down. A recent study showed wearing a mask cuts the chances of you catching COVID, vaccinated or unvaccinated, by 50%. So, you know, you cover your mouth if you don't want to get a cold, you don't want the flu. I don't think it's rocket science.
No,
Right.
You're right about that.
All right. Okay, soulmates, coming up, we have a double dose of Black Girl Magic with Roseberry and Wendy Roseberry and Eugenia Marshall. They're joining us to talk about their brand, Condition Her, and the business of being black. That's next on Fox Soul's Black Report.